Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about Uni Cubes and GMS and a little bit of how I'm feeling recently about Maple in general. But yeah, I wanted to wait for kind of everything to settle down with the Uni Cube stuff before like really talking about it. I talked about it a bunch on stream, but it was kind of like in the heat of the moment. I wasn't really giving it my full thought. And it was quite ridiculous. So basically, what Unicubes do is it basically lets you, choose a single line to re-roll. It chooses randomly, and then you can re-roll one line, essentially. And then this is how, it's supposed to make like, three-line items, easier and whatnot. But the first time they released them, it worked fine. Nothing was really wrong with them. But the second time they released them, um, basically what would happen is once you get to the this to reset the potential line, it wouldn't actually reset it until you change channel. So if you hit reroll, closed it out, change channel, it would work normally. Like the line would be re-rolled, it would use the cube. However, if you left the Unicube interface open, hit reroll, change channel, it would re-roll the line, and then you could just hit use again if you didn't get what you want and CC, and thus having unlimited re-rolls. And the game was up for around like 3 hours before they did unscheduled maintenance, which is basically this, where they took the game down and fixed it. And yeah, a lot of people abused the hell out of it, and the maintenance didn't even fully like remove people's items or ban people. So the items had basically the entirety of like Saturday night, Saturday morning, all of Saturday into like all of Sunday to flow around the market and all this and whatnot. But eventually they did a maintenance on Monday, and then addressing the problem. So basically, anybody who did the glitch at all, once, twice, a million times, essentially got the item held hostage. And it's been over a week now, which is crazy that they still haven't finished their investigating of these items. But essentially, they just took anybody who did the glitch at all. Their items are currently held in limbo, deleted, and they're basically deciding whether to give them back, revert the state of the item, how to ban people, and like also like give people Unicubes back, because there's also people with like the Unicube thing also had a negative effect where you would hit re-roll, and if you didn't change channel and like closed it out or used another cube, you essentially wasted your cube as well. So it was messed up in multiple ways. Forgot to explain that, but yeah, I watched one of my viewers on stream essentially waste like 10 cubes because like they hit reroll, nothing happened. And we thought like, oh, you just hit the same line, like you got the same stat. So then they hit select another line, and essentially their thing was re-rolling when it shouldn't, or it wasn't re-rolling when it should have. Sorry. And yeah, this has really caused me to have like a lot of demotivation, like at the start when like people's items weren't removed. Now like that people's items are removed and they have a solution for it, it's not so terrible. But I didn't use any Uni Cubes at all, but I know some people who, you know, abused the hell out of it and only used a couple of times. Curious to see what will happen with that. But another thing I wanted to mention is that on GMS, I just don't have it in me to really play this game much anymore. Like every time I play it, like I don't even want to like farm. I had plans to leveling up like a fire poison and showing my whole process to fund it up for Legion Champion. I reinvested like 200 bill on equips for it and all that, and I just don't even really feel like playing. And it's largely due to the fact that I don't spend money on the game, so Meso, like earning Meso in game is how I, you know, fund up my character, is how I min-max. It's like, basically it's like either you spend money or you farm the Meso, right, in interactive world. And the rate of Meso has just, it just keeps going down and down and down. Just this summer it was hovering around 850 and it's almost halved since then. Now granted, a lot of this, like the price going down, has a lot to do with legendary fan packs, the Uni Cubes, and now the Demon Slayer collab. So that also has an effect on it, but even before all of this, it was still slowly going down and down and down and down and down and down. But for it to go down almost half in the past, I don't know, like 8 months, it's really rough. And it's just like, I'm at the point now where there really isn't like much I can do other than self-make certain things I need, because, you know, it's getting to the point where, you know, the gear I need is very high end, like stuff that people aren't just randomly cubing and trying to sell. And a lot of time people don't just randomly cube things and try and sell it because the price is just ridiculous for cubes. Like right there I just showed like 1 to 500. You know, you're looking at like over 200 mil for one cube. So it's just getting rough for me to really really want to continue like fully pushing on GMS and really committing myself to farming the Meso I need. And like the interactive world, like the cubing situation, like there's no real good way around bonus pot. Like you can weasel your way around with buying service or buying like cubic blades and making solid cubes, but they just refuse to like make the cubing system any good in interactive world. And you know, it makes sense, right? Because cubes is, I would say without a doubt, the biggest moneymaker for this game. Like the amount of cubes you need for one item can sometimes be ridiculous, insane, and all that. So it makes sense from a like corporate standpoint and all that, but it is what it is. I really wish we would get the magic wand system where essentially you can cube things for Meso with black and white cubes, so it's always you choose before and after. I know, like, the only reason that was really added in KMS, despite what people think, has nothing to do with the Meso cap that's implemented over there. I mean, hell, like every other region has the Meso cap, but only KMS has the Meso cubes. The Meso cubes was only added in KMS because of the FTC fine thing for them, like manipulating the cube rates and whatnot. So I really wish GMS would improve the cubing system in interactive world. And then also, like, we get the inkwell note, and it's just like, yeah, like, it's nothing crazy. I don't want to really go over it too much, but it does confirm some two good things at the very least. The merge It's being worked on. It will happen this year. So I think it's pretty much confirmed that world merge is happening. So that could have two effects on the price of Meso. It could tank because it's just an oversaturated amount, and you know, kind of like what's happening in Bira. Like a lot of people are playing it, so just oversaturated of it. Or it could have the opposite effect because now there's more stuff in the market. Now there's more demand for Meso, so it could go both ways. I would like to believe in the latter, but after watching what happened with KMS merging their auction house and Meso market, the price of Meso actually fell by like 30%. So I'm a little bit skeptic now that I've kind of seen what happened firsthand, but you never know. And then they did mention that Chains of Resentment and Mystical Familiar cards just plot like to come back, because a lot of time GMS will have like one event with like Wild Totem back in the day, or like the Maple Tour passes, and then never again. So it's good that it confirms that they're going to be adding those again at the very least, but other than that, you know, nothing crazy. Some more free stuff, which is, I guess, cool. But yeah, it's not all bad for Maple though. So I know people might not like old school Maple, but I do. I like playing old games. And Artale has an exciting update this month, which really has me excited. I might even just say screw it and grind all the way to 200 on this game. You know, not like a crazy amount like I was grinding at 300, you know, just as much as I can in my spare time. Still very much focused on real life. But yeah, they're adding Deep Sea Aqua Road. So we got pianos. Yes, sir. The fish is back. That's cool. We have gobbies, sharks, bonefish, squids. It's going to be a nice place to train from like 80s, 90s to like 100, 110, even up to 120. And it should be good Meso to pot usage ratio for pretty much every class. So that's really good. Really, really good. Not everybody's going to have to be stuck at Heims. And then leafre and fourth job. Oh yes, this is what I've been waiting for. So the whole reason for me making a priest on Artale was because I made my GMS, this bishop, in 2008 after fourth job got released in the real game. And shortly after, I just decided to switch to pirates when those came out. I never really got far on my I never actually made it to bishop back then. Decided to push Corsair, and I made Corsair from 08 to like 2013 before switching back to bishop. So I'm gonna finally be able to use Jenny. I can't wait. I really can't wait for this. I'm so excited for this. And then yeah, I don't know, the gifts on this website are so laggy, but yeah. And then they're also adding mounts. So you got a hog and silver mane. So that's really cool. And then they just talk about like the DDoSing, so it's not all bad for Maple. For GMS though, I'm not as motivated really to play it or farm it or anything, so I probably won't really be playing that fire poison. Just you know, chilling with that. Focus mostly on Artale until I get bored of it. I want to, you know, play something else or play GMS again. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's my thoughts on everything. Thank you all for watching. Now I must go away. Bye-bye. Watali.